aka Diz, and this is The Force Always.
Welcome to the show. This is The Force Always, coming in an unusual location again. Always on the go at the moment. Anyway, let's get on with what's happening today. This is an area of Melbourne. It's near the Yarra River. Melbourne City is in the back there, so it would be a little bit picturesque for you, so check it out. Anyway, on with the news. Now, later on in the show, in the review section, I'll be giving you my review of Chapter 13, Episode 4, I think it is. It was Chapter 13, The Jedi by the Mandalorian on Disney Plus. Later in the show, in the review section, so stick around for that one. To more news, Gallery, which is a show on Disney Plus that sort of showcases the behind the scenes of the Mandalorian, is coming back again for the second season, so stick around for that. That will be good. When that will air, that'll probably be early next year, unsure. But anyway, the Mandalorian Gallery on the Mandalorian will be coming back again in the near future on Disney Plus. To more news, check out these images. This is the new actual hotel rooms and also the picture of the hotels that you will be able to stay at the Star Wars themed parks at Galaxy Edge. This is an amazing looking hotel. Can you imagine the selfies in this type of environment? But anyway, that will be happening in the near future when they get completely reopened. You can stay in a Star Wars based type of hotel in the Star Wars theme park. Anyway, to more news, Mando Mondays have released a whole lot of new products this week, and the highlight product I thought was very quick off the mark. They sort of knew in advance this would be a bit of a sell, but the macaroons that we saw in the last episode or the last chapter of the Mandalorian that Yoda was munching on, you can actually buy. And it is a macaroon that you can actually buy, and it's a Star Wars based one. Here's some more other ones. We've got the Lego set for Mandalorian. That looks pretty good. It's fantastic. And also this baby jumpsuit onesie. It's great. All of these products are really good. Speaking of things to buy, Star Wars Celebration reopened their shop again with some new products. Check these ones out. And so my feelings on the Star Wars shop, I think it's a bit overrated, but there's some things to get there. Anyway, so that is the news for this time around. Let's get into the views. Views this time around is my story idea on Star Wars, and it's going to be all about Ahsoka Tano. Should she die as a storyline? I am thinking I would like to see one character really survive it all from the beginning. And I think just something about that character could be almost godly-like. And I think Ahsoka is definitely one of those characters you could choose to have live forever. Connecting that idea to Darth Plagueis, which has never actually been put out there as a movie, but he was the guy who taught Palpatine, the Emperor, his sort of tricks of the trade, but also discovered really life after death, continuous life. And I think somehow it would be great that Ahsoka Tano would be one of those characters you could choose to have live through the whole sort of thing, and keep on living, just having unlimited lifespan. That would be interesting. That's what I think. It's a bit so because Ahsoka was in the particular episode this week of Mandalorian. I thought they'll bring that one up, but that's just not one of the characters. There's many characters you could have live a life, if you put it that way. But anyway, check that one out. That's my story idea for this time around. Let's get into reviews. Reviews this time around is going to be on Chapter 13, The Jedi, it's called, in the show The Mandalorian, which is on Disney+. Now, straight off the bat, this was a great episode and directed by Dave Filoni, the one who created or was part of the creation of Ahsoka Tano, which is the main focus in this episode. This is a 9.8 out of 10. Now, it didn't get a 10 because I just thought the story still lacked a little bit of riveting storyline. It was definitely a great storyline. It really had a build-up. It had a real mystery about it. I thought the look of the scenes in this one was amazing. The whole idea being in a forest with those big dinosaur-like creatures in the back was fantastic. I thought the story, I think the slave camp or whatever it was, that was really, it had a very military sort of feel about it. It was really good. I thought the shots coming into the world itself was great. This is a 9 out of 10. And even the way they handled Baby Yoda, now we know as, and I couldn't get the exact pronunciation of this, it's either Groko or Groku or Grogo or Grogu, whatever it is, that's his name. The child, Baby Yoda, has now official name, and I thought the ideas of introducing a bit of thought process and story process to Thrawn was good, and I thought also, the way they handled Baby Yoda, as we know still at the moment, as generally, was really well done. Not too cutesy, but a little bit more seriousness to it. Anyway, so that's my review. 9.8 out of 10, so close to being a 10, but you could say it was a 10, but it was, it just fell short through the Ahsoka Tano character was not dealt with completely 100%. It was close, but it was just not to think. Obviously she's older, she's wiser, and it's going to be a different version of her, but I just thought it looked a little bit cosplay. That's what I thought, a little bit cosplay. So 9 out of 10. Anyway, that's my review for this time around. Let's get into the interviews. Interviews is 2 questions where I ask myself, for you guys out there. First question is, what do I think of Baby Yoda's name? And I think it's great. 10 out of 10. I think that was the type of name you wanted to sort of have. It's got a reptile sort of Star Wars sort of sound to it, with a bit of cuteness to it and a little bit of seriousness to it. I thought it was great. It's as good as Yoda in a different way. Probably not as good as Yoda, being a bit more short and simple, but the name, it's either Grogo or Grogu or Groko or Groku. I couldn't get the exact name at this stage, but whatever variation of that, it was a great name. I thought it was fantastic. It was a really good name. Now, it's now time for the Earth here to really get to know how to take little Baby Yoda on as this name. So this is going to be a bit of a task, see how it goes. I'm sure it will happen, but let's just wait and see. My second question is, what do I think of Thrawn being mentioned and now possibly being in the storyline of The Mandalorian? And I think this is great as well. I think this is great. This is something that the Star Wars fans will love. And I think, sort of gives a bit of understanding, sort of a great passage to having a great character come back, and as a live action, besides the blue face, which I never got into, but still at the moment, he's still a good character. I think it will only add to the substance of the show that is, slowly and surely building for me to being a really good type of show. For me, it's always been good, not great. I think the world is going a little bit over the top about Mandalorian at the moment, but it's still, don't get me wrong, it's a whole lot of fun. but it's definitely getting better and better. And Thrawn will really add that really master manipulator sort of feel as we got through sort of Emperor Palpatine, or whatever you want to say. But that's what I think. What do I think of the inclusion of Thrawn being in the actual Star Wars The Mandalorian? I think it's great, and I can't wait to see what happens. Anyway, so that's the interviews for this time around and the show for this week. You can subscribe to the channel, The Force Always, only on YouTube. You can contact me via things down there, the Instagram or the Twitter or the even YouTube itself for any questions, comments, whatever you like to say. And coming from here in sort of a bit of an overcast version of Melbourne today, it's leading into summer, or it is sort of summer. We have upside down weather here. It can be cold, it can be hot, it can be cool, it can be warm in one day. But this is a famous part of this town. But coming from Melbourne City, as I do every week, unless I'm out and about, going to Star Wars Celebration or getting married or something like this, that is the show for this time around. Until next time, as I've said a couple of times, keep rocking.